Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome you here back. My name is Nitzan Steinberg, Grandmaster, and we are here today to play some puzzle rush games, like survival. A lot of you talked with me and wanted me to play some survival and to explain my thoughts and how can I, solve some tactics and problems in chess. So let's do it today. Let's do it today and maybe to do a new top score in survival. 58. This is the top score for now, but we can do it. We can do it and let's try. Let's try. So welcome you all, and I really want to tell you, if you want to help me to improve my channel, please do like to the videos and subscribe my channel, share to your friends and family. It really helped me, to resume my adventure here. So thank you very much for watching, and let's start Puzzle Rush in Chess.com. Survival without time. Every one of you, just you can stop the video, think how can we solve a problem, and you will see how I'm doing it. So let's start survival. Yes, and we are starting. Yes, so as you can see here, queen and king against queen, knight, and bishop, and we down also 2 pawns. But the back rank here is a problematic, and we are playing queen d1 and taking the queen. First one is up. So another one, as you already understand, the back rank problems, rook e8, checkmate. Another one, the back rank problem and checkmate. Another one, you see, it's easy. This pattern is easy. Also, you see it here another time. We're taking it. So all of these tactics is the same thing. Here we can see that we are attacking on the king side, right? And we want to take it with checkmate. We are checking that everything is clear, and we are doing it checkmate. Another thing, you can see the king is weak. Queen f6 check, queen g7 mate. You see the king is weak. How can we attack it? So d6 will be good. He will go, if he will go here, we will do check here, queen e7 and checkmate. And if he will go to g6, we need to think how can we win it absolutely immediately. Just rook g3, king f5 and rook f1, bishop f2 and takes with checkmate. So d6, and yeah. Let's see this position. For example, in this position it will not be a checkmate. So we have like the evaluation of position. How I recommend you to think is like to check about the pieces. So for the pieces we are queen against queen, bishop against bishop, knight against knight, bishop against knight, two rooks against two rooks. About the pawns we have 7 pawns against 6 pawns, so we have 1 pawn up. And now we need to understand this knight and the queen are defended by the bishop, but we have more attacking here, right? So if you are taking this queen, he will take back, and our bishop can take this knight. So this is what we are doing, and we can win it. Great. Another one, but it's a checkmate. How can we do it? So we see that this king is very weak. How can we attack him? Queen h4 and queen h2 checkmate. Yes. Another time, this king is very weak. Checkmate in one move. Knight f2 checkmate. Great. Okay, so h2. Let's see. What is threat? To play h1, a queen, and also check. So we need to think somehow to give checkmate first. So the king is a little bit weak here. Rook f8, for example, what he is doing, king e7, f6 check, king d7, and we have this move, rook d8 and checkmate, right? So rook f8, f6, and rook d8, checkmate. Another example of checkmate, this king is very weak. Let's find some move that can bring us the checkmate. So queen d7 is working. Another one with this very weak king and also the back rank. You can think because you already know the pattern. So queen f7 check, queen f8, and rook takes f8. Great. Let's move to the next one. So also here the king is say unsafe here, very weak, and there is problem of back rank. But queen f1 is not possible because knight takes. So we need to remove this knight from here. How can we do it? Bishop g2, knight takes, and now queen f1 checkmate. Great. Let's see. We have, okay, what is going on? Okay, queen h1 checkmate, right? Because the king cannot go anywhere, and the rook doing a great job in e5. So queen h1 checkmate. Another one. Let's see. This king is very weak. How can we attack it? So for example, rook h6. I think just queen h5 take, king g3, and queen h4 checkmate because we don't want let him to run away on f2. So rook h6 take, and another one, let's see. So the problem is in the back rank, right? But after rook e1, he will come back with the rook. But we have another rook to come to a g2 check, king h1, and after it we will take this rook with checkmate. So rook e1, rook g2, and rook takes f1, checkmate. Let's see, this is very interesting one. So let's calculate together. So the first thing that we need to calculate is to take the queen. We will take, he will take h5, a4. This is the rush here, h4, a5, h3, a6, h2, a7, and we are putting a queen, and we are collecting this square from white to put the queen. So we are winning after tactical calculation. So yeah, we are winning. Let's see another one. So this king is very weak. We have two rooks here. Let's bring the other rook and we'll give a checkmate. Let's see here. So this one, what is going on? We are down exchange, right? So rook against rook, bishop against bishop, knight against rook. About the pawns, we have one pawn down. So we need to attack as soon as possible. Let's see, think how can we do it? I think just bishop takes g6, just taking the bishop because f takes cannot be played by queen g7 checkmate, and also rook cannot take because of queen takes h7 checkmate. So bishop g6 must be a move, yes, and it's right. Let's continue. What about this one? What this one? Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting one. Oh, I understand. So this is very hard one. 3 pawns against 3 pawns. Like pawns ending. But we need to take this one. G takes and h5, I think. Yeah, I think it's winning. Yeah, take h5 and take, and now king g5 we're playing because the king wanted to just run away and take our pawn f7. So we are putting king g5 and we are winning actually, like exactly in the same pattern with the king and the pawn, and just running with the pawn, and like pushing with our shoulder. So what about this one? So queen c3, we must take it, right? King takes, h4 takes, right? Take, h4 takes, a4, h3, sorry, h3, a5, h2, a6, and just queen. We are winning absolutely. A little bit calculation, but here after king d3, we must play the best move not to take on g3 because we just losing the position after king e2 because this pawn will not promote, but we are playing h3. Great. What is this position? Okay, let's think. So we are rook and 2 pawns against bishop and a knight, and he is attacking this pawn on d5. So as I understand, we need just to remove this knight because this knight is very strong, and the point that without this knight, I think just we can push the pawns, right? So I think e6, king d4, e7, bishop b5, king e6, king c5, d6. Yes, and it seems to be okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, e7, yeah, and queen. Great. Let's continue. So he gave us a check. I think king c7 must be the move, right? King c7, just put it here. And what is the problem? Because queen c6, bishop takes, check, and take the rook. So yeah, this is the solution. Okay, this is nice one. We are rook against rook, queen against queen, bishop against bishop, and 5 pawns against 5 pawns, so equal position about the pieces. But the king is not safe here, and there is very nice tactic. I had also one game against Oleg Gamayev in Beersheba, I think, in Israel, before some 10 years, maybe more, in the Israeli chess championship, and I had something very similar to this one. So queen takes f7, rook takes, and rook d8 checkmate, because rook f8 cannot be played because of the bishop. What about this one? So king f7, the position is equal for about the pieces, but we can see that this knight and this king are not good placed, because of, if we can put this pawn on e6, we will take this knight. So we're doing it. We can take this, we just can take it. King takes, knight f4 check. King must go back to f7, and e6 will give us the opportunity to take this knight and to win the game. So f takes e6, knight f4, e6, and the game is over. Yes, so we are down a queen and 4 pawns, right? So the position is ugly, but this knight is doing great job, because this king cannot run away here, and we can sacrifice the rook. And rook h8, rook takes h4, and checkmate. Let's continue. So what about this one? Let's see. Okay, so how can we win it? So we have some problems, because we are down a knight, right? Down a knight, but we have 5 pawns against 2, so um, knight for him, but 3 pawns for us. But let's see, what about the king? The king is not safe. So rook h1, for example, king f2, rook 3 h2 check. He must go here, because this pawn just annoying him very strong. King e1, just taking the rook, king takes, and rook h1, the other rook on h1, and we are taking the rook on b1. Can you see it? Tell me in the comments if you saw it. So rook h1, rook 3 h2, take the rook, and rook h1, and we are taking the rook on b1, and we are winning the game. Let's see another very nice one. So we are down 2 pieces, 2 knights, right? We have 6 pawns against 5 pawns, so 1 pawn for us and 2 knights for him, but the king is not safe here at all. So how can we solve it? So for example, bishop f1, he must go to g1, rook takes h1, can you see it? King takes, and now queen h3 check, king g1 and queen g2 checkmate. So let's do it. Bishop f1, take this, queen h3, and queen g2 is a checkmate. Let's continue. Okay, so we are rook and bishop against the queen. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 pawns against 6. So 1 pawn up for us, but queen against bishop and rook. But the king is not safe. We want somehow to give a checkmate. How can we do it? Bishop a3 check. King b1 must play it, because this rook on d5 is doing great job. King b1 and just rook d1 is a checkmate. So let's do it. 32. Okay, we can do it. What is the position now? So black has bishop up, and how many pawns? 6 pawns against 5 pawns. So we are down a bishop, we are down a pawn. Bad position, but the king is not safe here. How can we attack him? So for example, rook dh1. If you're playing g6, rook h8 check, king g7, and rook 1 h7 checkmate. But after rook dh1, he can play f6. But after f6, we understand that he wants to put his king on f7. We will play quiet move g6, and the next move will be rook h8 checkmate. Okay, so let's do it. f5 he played, also a move g6, and how we understand rook h8 checkmate. So queen h5 check, he didn't check. Let's think what we can do. So just playing g6, right? And after g6, also the queen is under attack, and also the rook is under attack, so we will win the game. Let's see the current situation of the board with the pieces. So we have 4 pieces against 3 pieces, so we are bishop up, but rook up for white, so we are down in exchange. So g6 and bishop d7, just attacking the queen and the rook. And now, of course, to take with the queen here, because the queen is under attack, and if we are taking this one, we will take with the rook. So queen takes h1, and take here, and we are winning the game. Let's see here. So what is going on? We are 2 pieces down, the bishop and the knight, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 5. So we are down 2 pieces, but the king is not safe here. Let's do this check, king d6 and queen d6 checkmate, or also rook d6 checkmate, right? So yes, it's winning. Okay, this is a very nice one. So we are down and bishop. About the pawns, we are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 7, right? So we are one pawn up against bishop. So very bad position, but we have some tactics here. The queen is not, like is in the air, and after queen c7, king e8, we understand that we want this knight to be here on this square on c7. So what we can do, just sacrifice the queen, queen d8, rook takes d8, knight c7, and we're taking the queen, and we will be exchange up. So queen c7, take, and now this knight is under attack. What we can do, here we cannot, not. Oh, we have the pawn, takes, great. Okay, so what is the position? Oh no, h1 will be a queen. And we are down. No, we are not down anything, I think, right? Yeah, the position is equal for the pieces, but the king is not safe. Let's think about sacrificing the rook. Rook takes b8, king takes b8, queen a7 check, king c8, and queen a8. It will be a checkmate. So let's do it. I hope you can solve a lot of tactics here. Okay, what about this one? Okay, so we have rook and 2 pawns against rook and 2 pawns, but let's think about the pawns endgame, right? So for example, if we can take and king d4, we won't just bring the king here and push the pawn, okay? Push the pawn. So it's just working. I think takes king d4, and after g4 just playing king c3, d4, d3, d2, and king c2, and we're putting a queen. Okay, what about this one? Very easy one. You can stop the video and finding by yourself. The back rank is very bad for black, and we can do the discovery check, knight e7 check, and just queen d8. It will be a checkmate. Great. Another one. So this is very nice one. So the queen is under attack, right? The knight wants to grab this queen, and we can do the exchange with the queens. But what we will need to think about, for example, bishop takes f4, c4, sorry. A queen must take the queen on d2, because after d takes c4, we're just grabbing the queen. So after bishop c4, queen takes d2, we have maybe a very nice check. Bishop b5, in between check, checking the king, and the next move will be knight takes d2. So let's do it. Bishop b5, king a7, and just taking the queen, and we are peace out. Let's do it. So what about the position? We are down a knight, but the bishop is under attack, so we can take it. About the pawns, we are fine. So bishop takes g5, f4 he must play, queen takes d2, rook takes, and just bishop takes f4, and we will be an exchange up, and also 2 pawns, I think. So bishop g5, taking the queen, bishop f4, and the game is over. Let's think now. We are in 41. The positions are quite interesting here already. So what about the position? We have 2 rooks against 2 rooks, bishop against knight, queen against queen, 5 pawns against 5 pawns. So the position is equal, but what can we see here? So we have some tactics here. For example, bishop e3. We're threatening also the f2 checkmate, and also the rook on c1. So we will be an exchange up. For example, bishop takes c3, f takes c3, rook c1, rook takes c1, queen takes c1, and we are exchange up. So let's do it, and we are winning the position. Okay, what about this one? Oh, this is interesting one. And let's think. Oh, I understand. Okay, so it's interesting because we have queen against queen, bishop against knight, rook, so we are down in exchange. About the pawns, we have 5 against 4, but you can see here very nice tactic. We want to promote this pawn, but how can we do it? Because queen g8 is a threat, and we have some troubles here, but you can stop the video and think, because it's nice one. But I will tell you that after queen c2, we want to exchange the queens. Queen takes, d takes, and here white has 2 options: or to play rook c8, and bishop c6 will just win the game, because we are, like, um, hiding this pawn from the rook, playing the bishop c6, b takes, and we are promoting a queen. Or if after queen c2, d takes c2, he playing the move rook e1, we are just playing bishop d1, and the next move will be a queen for black. So we are winning the game. It's really nice one. Takes, and bishop c6. Yeah. Let's go here. Okay, so rook and knight against rook and knight. We have 4 pawns against 5 pawns. We are down a pawn, but this king is very weak here, and there is no so much places to go with this king. So what is the next move that he wants to do? He wants to play king e3. Okay, so how can we do a quiet move that also prevents him to play king e3 and also attack g3 checkmate? So king f2, bringing the king into the center, blocking the opportunity to play knight, king e3, and g3 will be the next move with the checkmate. Okay, so what about this one? We are down a lot of pieces. Wow, we are down a rook and a bishop. About the pawns, we are 2 pawns up, but of course we are down pieces. So let's find a win. Let's find a checkmate. So the king can go only here. So bishop d2, for example, is makes sense. After bishop c3, we're putting a3, and it will be a checkmate. So let's do it. A3 and a checkmate. So we are in 45. You can see the rating. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can see the rating is already 317. So it's not so easy one, but we can do it. So what is this position? We have queen against queen, bishop against bishop. About the pawns, we have 6 pawns against 6 pawns, so the position is equal, but the king is not safe here, as every tactic I'm telling you. And how can we bringing our pieces into the attack here? So the question is, after queen c5, he's playing king h1, queen f2, and then just the next move will be bishop f1 with a checkmate threats. So queen c5, queen f2, h4, just I think just bishop f1 and taking the queen, of course, and we are winning the game. Let's think here. Okay, so we are down a queen. Yes, bishop against bishop, rook against rook, and we have just rook against queen and a knight. But the king is not safe here, and we need to find some tactics. So rook c6, for example, bishop d6, we're taking the bishop, and after king f5, because this is the only option for king, we're just playing the move g4, and it's a checkmate. Great. Another one. So we're down two bishops and 3 pawns. Unbelievable position. So we need to hurry up with the checkmate. So for example, rook g2, king takes g2, queen h3 check, and the next move will be queen h2 checkmate after he's going or to g1 or h1, and we will win the game. Another one. Okay, what about this one? Interesting. Interesting one, I must admit. Okay, let's see. So the queen against queen, 2 rooks against 2 rooks, knight against knight. We have 4 pawns against 5 pawns, and our queen is under attack. So my first intuition was to play just queen b1 with the threat on f3 knight, and also to play rook b1. I assume this is the solution, but yeah, it's quite move. No, it was my bad. After it, we will see. We will see what was the solution there. Interesting, you know. Queen b5. Yeah, queen b5. I think queen b5 and just queen e2, and it's winning absolutely. Yeah, queen b5 was the solution. Okay, so never mind, everything is fine. We have 48 until now, and we have 2 more mistakes to do, but we don't want to do a mistake, so let's be concentrate. So we have rook against rook. Daniel Naroditsky now is asking me to play a chess game with him, so we will do it very soon. Okay, so rook e8. What is going on? So for example, rook g7. After king h6, it will be a checkmate, right? And so we will not do king h6. Of course, after king h4, the same one. G4 checkmate. So he needs to play king f6 or king f4, and we will do knight h5, king f5, g4. He will come to e file, and we will take the rook on e1. So this is the solution, and we are taking the rook. Great. Okay, so what about this situation? We have, and the pieces are equal, I think. So he give us the potential to take this bishop here. What about this one, also a threat, but he will take our rook. So the question is, what is going on after knight takes h7? I assume he will play the move queen h5. So this is a little bit annoying, because after queen h5 there is nothing for us, because the knight is already under attack. I think, what do you think about this move, bishop g4? Also developing move, also attacking this queen, and the next move will be knight takes h7 and take on f7. I think this is the solution, but let's see. I think this one. No, mistake. Another mistake by me. So it's not good. Not good. And we need to concentrate. 49. The rating is already 2686, and my top score is 58. So let's do the unbelievable. Let's do the unbelievable and think. Okay, so we have queen. We have rook against rook, and queen against two bishops and a rook. And the pawns, we are 3 pawns against 4 pawns. So we need to find some tactics. So for example, queen h4 makes sense for me. King d1, and I think just to grab this bishop. We also attacking this rook, and also wants to play queen e2 and queen d2. Checkmate. But I think I need to think, because it's not so simple. What he will do after it? Yeah, I think this is the solution. Yeah, and we are taking the bishop here. Yes, and now king g7, right? Yes, brilliant. 50. Okay, let's be concentrated. So we are down a bishop, and the queen is under attack. We have 7 pawns against 7 pawns also. Queen takes a2 makes sense, right? After king c1, queen b3 maybe? Queen b3, and the threat is rook a1. And after king b1, queen d3, king c1. Okay, so for example, queen a2, king c1, queen b3, we want to play rook a1. If you play king b1, coming back, so queen d3, king c1, and rook a1 checkmate. So let's do it. Queen a2. Now I think queen b3, this is the move. No, but I'm not sure. What about queen c3? I forgot about this one. Oh, what about c3 now? Because queen c3 is a threat. After queen c3, we don't have nothing here. So I think c3. Yes, takes, and rook c6, right? This is the point. Yes, and we are taking the queen. Great. Okay, 51. 51. We are already in rating 2792. So what about this situation? We are with the black pieces, and this king is on h6 is not safe. We are knight against knight, one pawn against 3 pawns, and a rook against rook. So we need to find some good tactics here. What do you think about, for example, knight f5 check, knight f5 check, king h7, and rook h1? But my question. Oh, but their queen. Oh, but their rook b5, rook knight f5 check, rook h1, rook b5, rook h5 check, king g8 takes, and rook b6. There is nothing to do. We lost the game, because this king is not safe here on g6, and then the only move is to play knight d6, and he's taking the knight, and we are just losing, I think. So maybe here we need to find some quiet move. For example, rook h1 here, king h7, rook takes, king g8, and now we are taking, and everything is fine. So rook h1 seems to be the correct one. The knight cannot jump. Yeah, I think this is the move. This is the move. Yeah, takes. Now maybe knight f7. No, right? Knight f5, king h7, take, and yeah, it seems to be logical, right? Takes. Yes, and we are winning. Great. 52. Okay, we are in 2820. 25. I really welcome you to think with me. It's not an easy one, so let's do it together. So the knight is under attack. We have bishop against bishop, knight against knight, queen against queen, two rooks against two rooks, and a pawn, six against six. So yeah, it's fine. So knight f4, I think, right? Knight f4. We're threatening also the queen and also the bishop. The queen will go, and we will take it, and it's just winning, I think. Yes, here. Oh, I missed this one. I missed queen e3. Sorry. But what can we do now? Oh, sorry. For example, queen g5, we are threatening also the queen and also a checkmate. After queen g3, we will take it, and after it to take on e2 with the knight and the rook. So queen g5, yes, and now we will take it, take here, yes, and we are winning. Great. So 53, we are also already in 53. And let's keep going. So what about this situation? So queen against queen, knight against knight, bishop against bishop, bishop against knight, and we are rook against two rooks. So we are down a rook. About the pawns, we have six pawns against seven pawns, and the queen is under attack. Our queen is under attack. What do you think about queen g4? We also want to grab this queen and also give a checkmate. So it seems right. I'm not sure what he will do, so I'm going for it. Yeah, knight f5, and now just taking, right? Taking the d8, queen. Yes, rook c2. Now, after king c2, knight e3, it's not good for us, so king b1 we will play. Knight f2, and now we will take this knight on f5. And now we will play take. And now king c1, because king c2, knight e3. So king c1, and the game is over. Yes, 54. Let's do it. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay. So we are down in exchange. The pawns are equal. But how can we attack him and win the game? So let's see. For example, bishop f3 makes sense for me. After king g3, I thought like a quiet move. King g5 with a threat rook g2 checkmate. There is nothing to do for white. And after bishop f3, if he is going to g1, we can do the move g3. And we want rook d1 checkmate. Rook b1 he will play, and we will play rook h2 with rook h1. Checkmate very soon. So bishop f3, yes, and king g5, right? Great, takes, and we're winning. So 55. We need only 4 more to break our record. 58, this is the record, and we need much more than that. So c7. So we have two rooks against queen, two pawns against two pawns, and we want to promote, but also white is threatening to promote. So what we can do, what do you think about promoting the queen? If queen takes, we will just play rook takes, queen c8, and now rook d5. Oh, but king c2. No, no, no. Not an easy one, huh? Maybe I will fall here? What do you think? I will fall? I will fall here. Okay. Yeah, it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a bad position here. Something around 3000 rating here, and we need to be focused. I thought like a very interesting line, maybe to just play rook c5. And the point is that we don't want let c8, but b6 maybe. Yeah, let's think. So I don't want to take so much time for this one. So I'm trying to solve it somehow, but it's not an easy one. It's not an easy one to solve. Yeah, I cannot find it. Cannot find it. I really recommend you, in such positions. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Queen e1. Five. Yes, yes. Takes rook d1. No, it's not going. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. I don't know. I don't know the problem that is I don't know how to solve it, and I just don't know. So we'll play. I just will choose some line, but yeah, I need to focus here much more to solve it. But let's play rook d5. Yes, rook d5 is correct one. What now? Maybe we will not give it away, and maybe we'll find the solution. Queen e1, queen takes. We will take king d5, and now what? Queen takes, king takes d5. I don't know, rook. Yeah, it's bad. Maybe just rook d1. Let's play rook d1. Yes, 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 yes. And now what? I need to find here something, right? So what do we will queen? It's not good. So we need to take it. Yes, yes. We managed to do it. We managed to do it. Let's go. 56. It was 3019 rating. So queen and 3 pawns against queen against 3 pawns. Queen f2 makes logical for me. King h3, and now we need to think like how can could be winning here. Just take and maybe h5. What do you think about h5? Oh, h5 queen e5. So we need to think in some good move here. Oh, wow, it's so beautiful, I think. What do you think about queen f1, king g4, h5, and after king f4, just queen c1 check. King f3 will lose to a queen h1 and take the queen. So king e4 he must play, and I think this is the solution. Queen f1, h5, and queen c1. And now, yeah, I thought like queen e1 to play here. Because after it I want to play just f4 and there is nothing to do. I think queen e1 is the solution. I think queen e1 is the solution, but let's be 100% here. Queen e1 and just f4 after it. Yes, it seems bad. It seems bad. Queen e1. Yes, and queen h1 and take. Yes, 57. Let's do it. Another two, and we are in the top score of my life. So queen against queen, two knights against knight, and two bishops, two rooks against two rooks. We are on 57 points in this puzzle survival. Let's do it. So the pawns, we are 6 pawns against 4 pawns, and the king is not safe on e8. So how can we manage to win it? I think the first move, queen e5, king f8, queen d6, king g8 must be the move, and queen d5. Yes, and this is game over. So I think this is the solution. This one, queen d5, and a checkmate. Yes, 58. So if we manage to find this solution, we are doing the top record of my life here in Chess.com Survival. So this is pawn's endgame, and it seems like b5 must be the move. But what do you think? Yeah, b5 must be the move. And after c5, king takes d5, c takes d6, king takes d6. And the next move will be king d5, king c4, king b3, and we are taking the pawns. So b5 must be the move. After king d6, just king f5 takes, and king e6, and we have a messy trouble here. So b5 must be the move, I think. Yes, takes here. We're taking the pawn. And now I think just king to e5, and pawn will run. But let's think king c6, of course, bad after king e6, d5, king e5. So king e5, I think it is the only way to play. And now just pawn running a4, d4 takes, d3, b6, d2, and the queen. And yeah, it's really over. It seems to be over, but let's see this one. b5, a3, b6, a2. It's bad. So d4 and d3 and d2. Yes, and we are winning. So 59, top record. Both of us, like you and me together did it. So I'm glad to be with you here in my top record, new record in Chess.com survival puzzles. So thank you very much. But we are must be go forward. So 59, let's do the 16, and let's break it in other time. So queen g8, he played. What do you think about rook f6? Okay, so let's see the position. So rook against rook, bishop against rook, so we are down in exchange. We have 6 pawns against 5 pawns, so 1 pawn up for us. What do you, I think, the first move that comes to my mind is to play rook f6 with the point of rook f2, and also e3, bishop f5. So let's play it fast. Yes, it's right. And now what? Just take, and it seems to be winning, I think. Yes, now take here, or maybe not. Maybe queen a4. Take on h1, and maybe there is some drawish position here. I'm not sure there is something here, but let's see. What do you think about queen a4? Why queen a4 is not working here? Oh, I understand, because just king b1 and he giving the rook. So we must take it. Yeah. And it's right. So 16 points here in the survival puzzle. So I'm glad to be here with you and to find these tactics here. And let's play it fast, because I want to move to the next video that I will streaming to you today. Rook c4. I'm playing fast because I try to do my best. Well, it's a little bit difficult, but let's play this one. Yeah, king f7. Not bad. Yeah, because rook f6. Yeah, of course, king h8, h6, of course, was the solution. But this is my all-time record, as you can see, this week, today, and all-time. Yeah, that's it. The highest solved was 3,215. So great. I'm really would like to know if you like this video. Please smash the button of like and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye.